Anthony Luis Laureano Isla, 25 years old. Christopher Andrew Linonen, 32 years old. Those are the names of the men.
I'd like to thank everyone for being with us tonight. I hope that we recognize this point in our history. We've come to become awake, and that those who would speak in the name of God to condemn must also unspeak, that we must learn to love ourselves and love our neighbors as ourselves. I'd like to invite those who feel moved to speak.
As I was researching the names of everybody who died and just learning a little bit about them and their stories, one of the things that really struck me was how many of these LGBTQ identified people of color had strong connections to their families, to their communities, to their meaningful work in the world. And I just think about the shooter, and what if he also were given that opportunity, and what if he also were in a place where he could be fully himself and feel that kind of love that you were just speaking of. This is a representation of that, and the power of that sense of community and belonging and connection that I can just see extend out, from this one little point of light, just so far.
There's a paradigm shift going on. Please, go to your heart, get out of your head, and let your heart do your speaking. Thank you.
It was a sad day that we had to gather together. Every time something like this happens, this is not how we live. This is not how we are as a people. This may be a small gathering in the big picture of things, but it has a large power. We need to remember, every time a person takes one step forward and stands up for wrong, hatred of any kind, then we are making a giant step toward changing the mindset of this country. I thank God for y'all today here standing here. And I thank God for your strength and for your courage to stand up here for what you believe. Sometimes people think, well, I'm just gathering here. But you know what? We're doing a lot more than that. A lot more than that.
What I feel so compelled to say is that what happened in Florida is not the world I know. I am so grateful to each of you who have been my friends and family and allies since I returned to this place that people said I wouldn't find support and family. Thank you for welcoming me, for supporting me and my wife and my family. What happened in Florida is unspeakable for me.
You know, it seems like in this time of tragedies and mass media that there is going to be a tragedy that feels like the one that was for you, the one that hits you in the heart. And I think for a lot of people here tonight, this was that tragedy. But I feel like this is not an LGBTQ tragedy. This is not a Florida tragedy. This is not a Muslim tragedy or a terrorist attack. This is a human tragedy. And we are one, and the people that died are us, and the people that are now being spotlighted because they have the wrong religion are us. And we really have to expand our us. We have to break down these ridiculous divisions and join our hearts with the people that we don't know and the cultures that we don't understand, so that we can fully embrace this paradigm shift and work towards being members of a planet that beats with one heart of love instead of whatever it is that it's beating with right now, because this is unacceptable and this cannot continue. This cannot be the world that my little daughter lives in. I will not have it. And I know that you all won't have it either.
And it's my prayer that as we gather and eventually go back home, that light will burn brightly in our hearts, that we will take the opportunity to do that one thing that you're impressed to do. Do that one thing. Now let us raise our candles high, and when we lower them, we must internalize this light. It must radiate in our faces, in our smiles, in our words, in our hugs, in our hearts. It must never go out. Never go out.